What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. Kendrick Lamar just dropped part 2 of his pre-Super Bowl interview live from his GNX. Let's check out the video.
That was one of my favorites. Part 2. That was the
Part 2 is like you're at the Olympics, bro. Repping in the studio, emotional blue go right down, freestyle, right down, whatever. Still come up clever. I just need to free my thoughts, so Lord knows I know better. But I ain't perfect. I ain't seen too many churches that know the Testament verses. You should either hear me now and go deaf, or end up dead, die trying to know death.
Might end up dead, swallow blood, swallow my breath. Fucking studio, just make sure you pay my music respect. Hey,
yeah, there it is, bro. Woo.
Hey,
especially that last verse, you start coughing, bro. You run out of breath, bro.
I was good.
I love that shit, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Have you ever found like pieces of yourself inside a role? Like, okay, I can relate to this character's emotion.
Without sounding like a megalomaniac, I feel like every role I've done, has met me in my life and my spirit at a really opportune time where I actually had something to say through it. And even Dune, which takes place on other planets in a different universe, that character being a young man with too much on his shoulders, sort of stepping into a spotlight, that was happening literally in my life at that time, so. Okay. And I've been trying to push myself more and more in that regard. When I played Bob Dylan, man, that was the most, because I'm actually playing a real life figure that, in some ways similar to your fan base, like not only reveres the music, but they revere the man and the legend. And that was like holding a legacy in my hands,
What's that process like, man, playing Dylan?
Man, it was a dream come true. I feel like.
Was any nerves involved?
Massive. Massive.
What's the first day of set feel like?
Man,
knowing that you're going into a role like that.
Great question, because it wasn't a day where I got to do much. I didn't get to play a song. It was a scene on an airplane where I'm drinking coffee, and then so it was like a mind fuck. I'm like, all right, so I'm me playing Bob Dylan, drinking coffee. As far as like if I started with a song, that's the stuff I spent 10,000 hours thinking about. Drinking the coffee, wasn't as much. But the first time we did a song, that's when my confidence, grew. I was just like, man, I didn't want to let him down. But I went harder on that than I ever went, bro. I I want to be one of the greats, and I put those hours in. And I continue to put those hours in. The Dylan Project, I put the 10,000 hours in, You feel like you ever let a movie be made about you, or probably too young to be thinking about that?
I don't be thinking about no documentaries, no nothing. I'm present. I'm going.
Yeah, you're you right now.
Sure, I still got ideas, man. I want to get to all that, So, to be real, man, I'm infatuated with like now. Like, I look at the present day and I see the goals that I sought out and that I accomplished, and I feel like I want to live a full life, man. Live a full life of inspiration. So.
In gratitude, right?
Yeah, gratitude. So that shit is like a appreciation not only to myself, but to the grind and to everyone else out there that's putting that work in, in order to.
Great interview, man. The kid that's in the car with him, I'm not really familiar with him. I can't remember his name. I know his initials are TC. It was cool to hear him describe how much work he has put in to play the great Bob Dylan. The parallels of hard work being the common denominator of everything, along with the talent. Of course, the talent in any given field is the first thing you need, but you got to be able to have the commitment to put in those 10,000 hours in order to be successful. And the biggest thing, this is probably one of the biggest things I've gotten from Kendrick, because I've been practicing what he just explained myself, which is living in the now. Because he asked him, do you think they'll ever make a movie, about your life? And you could see Kendrick ponder for a second and come right back to the moment. Like, nah, I really haven't given that any thought. Like, I enjoy living right now. And I know for myself, every day is hard not to live in the past, and it's hard not to think about what could go wrong in the future or what could go unbelievably great in the future. And I wanted to share this with you guys because Kendrick's words inspired me. So I wanted to share this. In the fast-paced world we live in today, it's all too easy to get swept up in the tides of past regrets and future anxieties. We find ourselves either reminiscing about what we could have done differently or fretting over what is yet to come. While reflection and planning have their place, the true essence of life lies in living in the now. The present moment is the only moment where we have the power to make decisions, to experience joy, to connect with others, and to find peace. It is in the now that we can truly experience life in its fullest form. And Kendrick's words, and just in that brief moment, helped me to remember that and to stay on track. Um, I think that's why Kendrick's been able to continue to be so successful by working as hard as you can right now and not looking up for what the reward is going to be, if it goes right, if it goes wrong. It's really about focusing on right now. And I think his whole movement, everything he's done in the last year has shown that he has lived in the moment. He hasn't even wanted to discuss Drake because he's moved on past that. And the last thing I wanted to share with you guys is this phrase, or this paragraph. It is easy to forget, but the only time we can control is the present. The past is gone and the future is unknown. All of our actions, thoughts, and feelings come from the moment we are living in right now. By dwelling on what has already passed, we miss out on what is unfolding before us. So thank you, Kendrick Lamar. That's my inspiration for today. And I hope you guys got something out of it. Like, comment, subscribe, establish rich. I'll be back at you with another one. Peace.